isn't really always as easy as you think it's going to be. But today I'm going to share with you some of my favorite present wrapping hacks that is going to make wrapping all of your presents a lot easier. This first hack is going to blow your mind. It honestly amazed me when I first figured out how to do it, and it is how to wrap a present even if it doesn't look like you have enough wrapping paper. So in this instance, I have this box to wrap, and no matter which way I try to wrap it, I can't get the paper to go all the way around the box. Usually I would just give up and get another piece of wrapping paper, but you can actually wrap this present using what's called the diagonal wrapping method. All you need to do is put it right sort of in the middle of the piece of wrapping paper. So once you've found a place on the wrapping paper where you can pull up each corner and cover every corner of your box, that's where you're going to start. So starting with the corner closest to me, I'm just going to pull this up and over my box, and I'll use a little piece of tape just to secure that into place. Now I'm going to go over to one corner. So you're just gonna fold this in so that this piece comes up and it's flush along this corner. And you're gonna do the same exact thing on the other side. Sort of pushing it in so that this end here comes up and lays flat vertically with this corner. So now you just have your final edge, and you're gonna sort of repeat the same idea where you're just folding the corner in enough that you can get this bottom edge to come up and lay vertical against this corner, and then do the same thing on this side. So we're just gonna fold it in and bring it up. So not only does this hack work if you happen to cut a piece of wrapping paper that was too small, it's gonna save you money as well because you don't need to buy as much wrapping paper. All right, for this next tip, I'm going to teach you how to make a gift bag out of wrapping paper. Gift bags are great because you can use them for any awkward or unusually shaped items. But if you ran out of gift bags and you have some wrapping paper, you can easily use the wrapping paper to make a gift bag. So you're going to start by cutting a piece of wrapping paper big enough to wrap the present like you were going to wrap it normally. You're gonna fold this piece in half by folding in from two sides so that you create a seam up the center. And then I just used some double stick tape to tape this in place. Starting at the bottom, you're going to fold up about a quarter of the way. Opening this up, you're going to then lay it flat so you're sort of creating this open triangle. Like if you ever made one of those cootie catchers in high school, it's sort of like that. Fold up the two triangles from the top and the bottom and tape this all into place. And what you've basically created is a bottom flap to a bag, very much like a brown paper lunch bag. So now you can go ahead and just stand this up and open it up. Put your awkwardly shaped item inside and fold the top over. And then you can either tape this closed, or if you want, you can poke two holes through it and use a piece of ribbon to tie it closed in a bow. My next tip is to consider using double stick tape instead of regular tape. This way you can use the double stick tape on the inside of the seams of whatever you're wrapping, and you won't have any tape exposed. So it's just going to make your wrapping job look a little bit more put together and professional. For this next hack, I'm going to teach you how to make your own little bow using wrapping paper. Sometimes all a present needs is just a little bow to make it look a little more finished and put together, but maybe you don't have enough ribbon or you don't have any bows left over. So all you need to do is cut a piece of wrapping paper, and then you're going to fold it in half the hot dog way, and then fold it in half the hamburger way. We're gonna cut strips up from the cut end going up towards the folded end, and you're gonna stop maybe like a quarter of an inch from the folded edge so that when you open it up, you'll have strips on either side of your piece of paper. Using a pair of scissors, you'll go ahead and curl each of the strips. Then all you're gonna do is start folding this up on top of itself, and you've basically created a little wrapping paper bow. I just use a piece of double stick tape to tape this into place, and you're done. For our next hack, we are going to make a little pillow box like this one using a toilet paper tube. These are great if you have any small gifts to give away, like little bracelets or earrings. All you need to do is take a used toilet paper tube and you fold in the corners to make flaps. I found it a lot easier if I score the corners first. It makes it easier for the flaps to flip in, so I just use like an X-Acto blade or a pair of scissors and something round, and then that way the flaps will easily close in, and you've created a nice little pillow box. Now you can't cover the entire thing in wrapping paper because then the flaps won't close in, but I find that it actually looks really pretty and put together if you just wrap a piece of wrapping paper around the center of it, and then you can finish it off with a bow. It looks cute, put together, perfect for any of your small gifts. Another great trick for some hard to wrap presents is to use an old Pringles container. I actually shared this in a recent DIY hacks video, but I'll share it with you guys here as well. Wash the entire thing out and then wrap it in some wrapping paper, secure it with tape or glue, and then you've got a nice cylinder shaped wrapping box to wrap anything that's sort of odd shaped. It's good for things like nail polishes or lipsticks, a printing or a poster. You can pop it right in there. It's already got a top on it and you are good to go. Alright friends, I hope that you enjoyed these present wrapping hacks. I also want to give a shout out to Grace, who is the artist behind the song that you heard throughout today's video. Grace is only 16 years old, but she is amazingly talented. She's a singer, she plays piano, she plays guitar, and she also writes her own music. The song that you heard throughout today's video was one of her originals, Walk. Definitely check her out. You guys are not going to be disappointed. I will have a link to her YouTube channel and her Instagram, which is amazing, down below. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. As always, you can always find me on my Instagram as well as my blog. But that does it for today's video, and I will see you all next Sunday.